Hello, you beautiful people. I'm Michael Botts. Man, am I excited today. We are going into part 5. It's actually show number 6, but part 5 of the speed of sex, of the speed of success, the speed of sex. Oh, geez. The speed of success. So, welcome to the show. We show up here every morning, and this is our foundation. This is what we believe. This is what we know. You were born genius. You were born epic. You were born to impact the world in a way that only you can impact the world. When your expiration date shows up, the world can never be impacted that way again. And I can prove it to you. I can prove that you were born, I am enough. Look at all the stories of these beautiful little babies born with disabilities in their heart outside of their chest, or something wrong with their head, or something wrong with them, and they survive. You were born, I am enough. Look at how you learned to walk, talk, and eat. You failed at it miserably, and you were never discouraged. You were never disappointed. You never see a baby hit the ground because they didn't walk, because they fell down. You never see a baby pushing away mama's milk at night because they're stressed about not walking, because they don't know, they haven't learned yet. They're still in I am enough. They haven't learned that failure's bad. So you're going along the beach of I am enough, and then you get caught in the riptide of life, and you get sucked out into the ocean of am I enough. And in the ocean of am I enough, you're still trying to succeed. But now you're getting slammed against the rocks and sucked under. And you finally start to drown in the ocean of am I enough, in doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs. Your lungs get full of doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs. And when you show up to this show, when you read my book, when you get coaching from me, I'm reaching out and grabbing you and dragging you back up onto the beach of I am enough. And I'm starting to resuscitate you. And you start to spew out doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs. And in that resuscitation, I blow in. I blow life into your lungs. And that I am enough comes back to life. And then I stand you up and I aim you down the path of success. And what do we know about the path of success, tribe? It is paved in gratitude. So every day, this part of the show is about expressing your gratitude. This is how it sounds. I'm grateful for, then you say what you're grateful for, and then you finish with I am enough. Because remember, we're building, we're reinventing, we're revigorating, we're reviving, resuscitating I am enough in you, okay? And so I'll do one. I am grateful for my time with my son yesterday, my youngest son. He was the only one at home. We hung out. He was the only kid at home. We hung out, watched a little television, we wrestled around, we goofed around. It was just a really fantastic time. And I am enough. Now, when you say this gratitude out your mouth, it goes in your inner ear, down in your soul. Now, your soul and the universe are collaborating to make more of that happen, for you to see the world that way. Laura Kell says, I'm extremely grateful for my veteran husband. I know that man. He is a great guy. I'm proud that I support all the servicemen and women, and I am enough. Yes, veterans. My grandfather gave me every year at Veterans Day, I would send him $50. Ever since I was in the Marine Corps and had the money, every year on Veterans Day, I would send him $50. And before he passed, he gave me his Silver Star that he got awarded in the Army. Silver Star is just one below the Medal of Honor. And he told me the story. I have it on video. It is a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing. And I feel honored that he would honor me with that. So I'm with you on that one, Laura Carroll. I served in the Marine Corps, proud of that, and would do it again in a New York minute. If they called me right now, I'd go. Now, as you're putting in your gratitudes, we're going to take some breaths. These breaths are to create space. Because what do we know for sure? We know for sure life is hard. Owning a business is probably one of the top 4 hardest things you'll do on the planet. And when you woke up this morning, life did not give you a free pass. Life started swinging at you right away. What about the mortgage? What about payroll? What about saving for college? What about what that doctor told you? What about that relationship with your parents or with your kids? What about this? What about that? And just started piling stuff on you. And finally, you're just up against the cage, taking hits, nothing happening positive. And these breaths are going to create space. And that space is where the answer is, guys. Every time, if you'll open your eyes and see it, the answer is in the space. Have you ever stood at the kitchen cabinet and said, honey, I asked you to get sugar, we're out of sugar, and Bill says, I'm grateful for the beautiful sunny day as well as for all those who have served. Bravo, Bill. Thanks for being here this morning. Looking forward to meeting with you this week. And welcome back. I know you're in Washington, and the sun is bursting in here, and I love it. So you're standing at the cabinet, and you're like, where is the sugar? And he walks in and he says, honey, it's right here. You were looking at the sugar, but you couldn't see it because you decided that it wasn't there. That's what's happening in this space. In this space, if you decide to see it, you can. If you decide to say it's not there, Michael, then you won't see it even though it's there. Let's take our first breath. Ready? Breathe in. Let it out. I am enough. Breathe in. Let it out. I am enough. Every time you say I am enough, you reveal it in a bigger, beautiful, brighter way. Breathe in. Let it out. I am enough. One more. See the space. Feel the space. The answer's right there. Let it out. I am enough. All right. Well, if you missed yesterday's show, you need to go back and see it because once a week we're coaching Stacy, and yesterday she had an amazing session. It was really awesome. She really had some breakthroughs. She's doing awesome. We're on week number 2 with her, and I highly recommend you go back and check that out. You will get something out of it. All right, we're talking about the speed of success. We've went over who, where, what, and when, and today we are going to go over why. Now, why is going to have 2 parts. Why is going to have 2 parts, so we'll go over the why number 1 today and why number 2 tomorrow. Why? Owning a business, like I said, is one of the top 4 hardest things you'll do on the planet. It is so hard to be an entrepreneur. It is so hard to be a business owner. And you know, social media will give you the highlight reel and all the big giant guys, and they talk about how, you know, wonderful it is and how much success they're having. And I'm here to tell you, everybody that's successful in the business ownership, entrepreneur, has had suck in their life, man. Has had it hard. Like I said, making payroll, that is a baseball bat to the side of the head, man. Making payroll every month is brutal. Getting new clients, losing a big client, man, that is a kick in the neck, man. Owning a business is one of the top 4 hardest things to do on the planet. And I want to tell you, you need to have your why squared away. Because if you don't, you will throw in the towel. You will wave the white flag. It is too hard, and there are too many easy options. So I want you to make sure you know your why. Now, your why is going to come down really to two areas. The first why I recommend, is your why. Why are you going to get up and go get abused today in the marketplace? Why would you do that? Is it because you love your husband and you want to bring home money and you want to support him? Is it because you're trying to set something up for your future, maybe your kids' college fund? Is it because you need a certain standard of living, of freedom? Is it because you've been abused by a boss and you refuse to go back to that? Why? Why would you go and face the marketplace, the sharks and the lions and the Tyrannosaurus Rex? Why would you face all that? You have to have a why. Because if you don't have a big enough why, you will quit. So I want to encourage you, why are you doing this? What is in your soul that would make you sprint into this burning building of entrepreneurship? Why? Did your grandmother say something to you and deposit something into you? Is the dream so big that you cannot not do it? And then the second part of this part of the why, because there's two parts of why, so it's getting confusing, is your serve, solve, and save. Who are you going to serve, solve, and save? And part of your why should include your serve, solve, and save. Love your why. Laura's saying you need to love your why. It needs to be passionate because this is so hard. So what is your why? It's going to have to be something in your heart. Something in your heart. The only way that you could keep going is if it's in your soul. If it's burning in your soul. Because the rejection and the disappointment and the dragging, it's like being tied to horses and being dragged through a cactus field forever. No stopping. It is one of the hardest things you'll do. So you'll need a big, giant why. And then with that why, I want you to remember that people are going to die if you don't. Part of your why needs to be you're serving, solving, and saving. When you do this, when you build this business, whether it has 10 customers, 10,000 customers, 100 customers, whatever it is, somebody in those customers, somebody in the staff that you hire, you're saving their life. Between the staff that you hire, the vendors that you use, and your clients, there is someone that's life will be saved because you had a big enough why to keep going when it sucked. When everybody says, Michael, you need to jump ship, bro. Go get a job. This is crazy. We're going to lose the house. We can't pay for the kids' college. You need to quit. Or maybe it's your own voice. Maybe you look in the mirror and you're like, you need to stop this. This is insanity. The only way you're going to be able to mute that voice, the only way you're going to be able to quiet that voice and keep going is if your why is big enough. Without your why, none of this matters. Because without your why, without a passionate, driven, focused, on fire why, you will not be able to sustain this. It is not easy. It is the hardest. It's one of the hardest things. I'm not going to say the hardest because I know there are some other things that are just as hard. But it is one of the hardest things you will ever do is owning a business. And here's one I'll finish with. Don't think because your business only has 20 clients or your business only does $1,000 a week that it's less hard. Don't let Am I Enough convince you, oh, well, it's just $1,000 a week and I've only have 20 people come. No. If you are owning a business, if you are in the entrepreneurship, you are saving a life. Keep going. Make sure you know your why. Make sure it's in front of you every day. Make sure it's burning in here because every day someone's going to try to pull it out of you. Every day the marketplace is going to try to abuse it out of you. I love you. I care about you. Tomorrow we're going to finish up the why and then we'll be done with the speed of success. Have a great day. Thanks for being here. Hey, Thanks for being here. It really means everything to me. I'll see you tomorrow.